Good day! Welcome to our Edmund 205 Comparative Educational System and Current Trends and Issues. Let's explore the hidden beauty of Rwanda! Today, we will going to talk about the following agenda. First, we will going to talk about the basic facts about Rwanda, Rwanda's economy, educational budget, and partners. We will going also to talk about the curriculum and instruction used in Rwanda. And before anything else, I would like to present to you the presenters of this report. Yours truly, I'm Devereaux Sim Duma, your introductory part of this report. We also have Cyril Kyle B. Garcia and Jelly Jet A. Dala to discuss the agenda that I talked about a while ago. Moharo! Hello everyone! Before we start our discussion today, let's have this Rwandan proverb which says, education is the foundation upon which a prosperous nation is built. Para din siyang, education is the key to success. Ayun, so let's get started. Let's get started for the basic facts about Rwanda. So Rwanda, officially known as the Republic of Rwanda, is a landlocked country situated in the Great Rift Valley of Central Africa, where the African Great Lakes region and Southeast Africa converge. It is located a few degrees south of the equator and is bordered by Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, and Democratic Republic of the Congo. Did you know? Did you know that Rwanda is known for its breathtaking scenery? Rwanda is often referred to as the Le Pays des Mille Collines, for the French land of the thousand hills. The capital of Rwanda is Kigali, which is situated in the center of the country on the Ruganwa River. So napakaganda po ng kanilang area. Para din siyang Philippines na ang dami nating mga breathtaking scenery, yung ating Bohol, yung ating Baguio City, yung mga ganon. So, dito sa Rwanda is na marami din po silang mga magagandang mga tanawin doon at napapalibutan sila ng magagandang bundok. Ayun. Another basic fact about Rwanda, Rwanda is a republic. So, parehas sa Pilipinas, Republic of the Philippines. With the chief of state being the president and the head of government is the prime minister. The country is a multi-party republic with two legislative bodies. Originally, ang Rwanda, inhabited siya by the Twa, a pygmy people. It became home to the Hutu, who were well established there when the Tutsi appeared in the 14th century. So let's talk about history muna about Rwanda. Rwanda's history is rich and complex. Diba sabi ko kanina, originally inhabited by the Twa. So yung Twa ngayon is 1% na lang sila ng kanilang population. So yung Hutu, yun yung 85% of the population, and then the Tutsi, 15% of the population. The difference and the similarities of these two main ethnic groups in the country, similarities nila, well, they speak the same language, inhabited syempre in the same areas, then they have same traditions. Ang difference naman nila, the Tutsi is often taller. So, mapapansin niyo mas matatangkad po yung mga Tutsi. And thinner, mas payat sila than the Hutu. So, the Tutsi have lighter skin than the Hutu. So, did you know another basic fact about Rwanda? May masalimuot sila na history. So, the country has been working hard to recover from the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, focusing on the progress and development of the country, especially sa education nila. So, ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung kanilang napagdaan ng masalimuot na history. So, the Rwandan genocide, also known as the genocide against the Tutsi, took place between 7 of April up to 15th of July 1994. So siguro ang iba sa atin hindi pa pinapanganak that time, pero ako 2 years old na ako that time. During the Rwandan Civil War. This was a period of approximately 100 days where members of the Tutsi minority ethnic groups as well as some moderate Hutu and Twa were killed by armed Hutu militaries. The genocide was a planned campaign of mass murder conceived by extremist element of Rwanda's majority Hutu. So population to kill the minority Tutsi population. Over this period, more than imagine 800,000 civilians, mostly from the Tutsi minority group, were killed. Grabe talaga kamasalimuot ang nangyari sa kanila. This horrific event was one of the most devastating genocide in human history, leaving a deep scar on Rwanda's history. The aftermath of the genocide led to significant societal changes and reforms in Rwanda, particularly in terms of reconciliation and rebuilding efforts. Medyo para sa akin, napakabigat nung nangyari sa Rwanda. At saka, na-realize ko na sobrang blessed pa rin natin sa Philippines kahit papano dahil tayo ay hindi nakaranas ng ganoong pangyayari. Kahit na sinasabi lang ang Mindanao ay napakagulo, but imagine 800,000 people ang namatay on that period of time. So one of the key areas of focus in Rwanda's rebuilding efforts, kasi gusto nga nilang bumangon, ay ang education. The education system operates on a 6334 system with the Ministry of Education and the helm. The government has made significant strides in improving education and literacy rates. The Constitution guarantees the right to education and the country has ambitious plan for universal access to high quality education by 2050. However, despite the improvements, the educational system faces several challenges. This includes high dropout rates, lack of foundational skills among students, poor nutritional affecting cognitive development and learning, need for improved teacher recruitment and management, and the transition from Kinyarwanda to English as the language of instruction. So yung Kinyarwanda, yun yung kanilang tribe, yun yung kanilang dialect na ginagamit doon sa kanilang teaching instruction. The country is actively working to address these issues, demonstrating its commitment to education as a critical component of its developmental strategy. Talaga namang the key to success is our education. But wait, there's more. Hindi lang naman puro challenges ang nasa Rwanda. Yung Rwanda's educational system has implemented several best practices that have contributed to its improvement and success nowadays. Firstly, the Rwandan Constitution guarantees the right to education and the government holds parents accountable. So may accountable yung parents nila to ensure their child's right to education. This has resulted in compulsory and free primary education. District directors for education work closely with the education officers to uphold this right. And of course, secondly, Rwanda's vision for 2050 states that the country's education system will be market-driven and competence-based. As part of this vision, Rwanda has undertaken educational reforms and implemented new policies aimed to ensuring universal enrollment, improving quality, and promoting the acquisition of foundational learning. So yun na nga yung mga trabaho ng ating partners like UNICEF, yung iba't iba pang ahensya na tumutulong sa Rwanda to achieve their vision. Thirdly, the Rwanda Basic Education Board or REB and the Soma Omenji Read and Understand project funded by the U.S. Agency for International Development or USAID have developed early grade reading benchmarks for Kinyarwanda Oral Reading Fluency or ORF and reading comprehension from grade 1 to 3. This initiative has contributed to improving literacy rates and reading skills among young learners. Actually, sa Philippines, may ginagawa ding programa ang ating USAID. Like sa amin sa Tribong Blaan, we have this USAID fund na yung Flalok project na yun yung naging baseline ko din bakit ako pumasok ng DepEd kasi we created or we initiated the writing of the translation of the MTB from Tagalog, from Filipino to the Blaan language para magamit siya ng ating mga katutubong Blaan in the whole region 12. And lastly, the Rwanda Spotlight record goals for the government to foster strong educational leaders, specifically supervision and monitoring system should be focused on head teachers, sector, and district education. This emphasis on leadership in education is crucial for maintaining high teaching standards and ensuring effective learning outcomes. So, parang parehas pa rin sa Philippines na nagkakaroon tayo ng mga monitoring, meron tayong mga district supervisors, meron tayong mga EPS, meron tayong SDS, and we have principals to highly monitor the educational or the effective learning outcomes of our educational system in the Philippines. These practices have played a significant role in the transformation and success of Rwanda's education. Actually, alam nyo ba na yung bago ko pa lang ginawa itong report, actually, wala akong kaalam-alam kung ano yung Rwanda. But then, nung nabasa ko na and nalaman ko na yung kanilang history, my God, parang I'm excited for them sa development na mangyayari sa kanila in the next years. Yung kanilang vision napakaganda. So, let's hope for the best for Rwanda. And now, of course, hindi pa tayo nagtatapos dyan dahil yun ay introductory pa lang. We will going to listen to another discussant this day. So, I'll give it up to Ma'am Garcia.